Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 16 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 hits using Stratomatic Super Advanced. Today's matchup is the Pirates traveling to Cincinnati, or staying in Cincinnati to face the Cincinnati Reds. This is a Saturday, May 6th game, so this will be a day game between Steve Blass of the Pirates and Pedro Borbon making a rare start. I'll go ahead and roll for the weather effects here. Day game in May in Cincinnati. 1 to 7 is good, 8 to 14 is average, and 15 to 20 is bad. And that's a 10, so we will have average weather in Cincinnati. So 1 to 5 is for lefties for ballpark singles, and 1 to 2 for righties. And for ballpark home runs, 1 to 12 for lefties and 1 to 3 for righties. All right, and the starting lineup, batting order for the Pirates, leading off and playing second base is Rennie Stennett. Batting second, playing center field is Al Oliver. Batting third and right field is Roberto Clemente. Cleaning up and playing left field is Willie Stargell. Batting fifth and playing third base is Richie Hebner. Batting sixth and playing catcher is Manny Sanguin. Batting seventh at first base is Bob Robertson. Batting eighth and shortstop is Gene Alley. And batting ninth and pitching is Steve Blass. Defensively behind Borbon, it's the same as it was last game if you watched. Bench behind the plate, Perez at first, Morgan at second, Menke at third, Concepcion at short. Outfield from left to right, Rose, Tolan, and Carbo. And here's Rennie Stennett playing second today in place of Dave Cash. And a 5-12 is a third base chance. Testing Menke right away. Passes on the 17. And there should be the 10 should be okay. 21 and a 10. No 10, so Menke fields it on a tough hop, but throws out Stennett one away. Here's Al Oliver. And 5 and an 8, and that's trouble for Rose. And for Tolan, and he gets by him. 1 to 5 double chance, and that's a 1-out double for Al Oliver. And they will hold him on. Havoc roll, nothing on the 11. Here's Roberto Clemente. 5 and an 11. Ballpark single. 1 to 2. Not a 12. So that is 5 and 11. We'll say that's a fly ball to center field. 2 up, and here's 2 away for Willie Stargell. Nothing on the 3. 4 and a 2. And that's a 1 to 7 single chance. Not on the 10. So line drive to the second baseman. That will retire the side. After half inning, it's the Pirates nothing and the Reds coming to bat. And the Reds batting order, Rose, Morgan, and Tolan, bench Perez and Carbo, Menke, Concepcion, and Borbon. This is almost a bullpen game for Borbon. He should only go about 3 or 4 innings. All right, here's Pete Rose. 2 and an 8 against a righty. A little grounder to second, and Stennett throws out Rose. Here's Joe Morgan. 4 and a 3. First base chance for Robertson. That was a 3. 15 will be fine for Robertson. And a 10 should be fine for Robertson. 11, there is no 10. So Robertson throws to Blass covering 2 away. And here is Bobby Tolan. 1-7, 1-14 single chance. Nope, that's a ground ball to short. 1, 2, 3 inning. Go the Reds here in the bottom of the first, and we are scoreless after 1 inning. Hebner, Sanguin, and Robertson due up here in the top of the second. 4 and a 5. Fly ball to center field. Tolan retires Hebner. And here's the pitch to Sanguin. And that's a solid single into center field. So Sanguin will not be held on. He'd be 1-9 even without being held on, so they will not. And here is Robertson. Nothing on the 4. 6 and a 9. That's a ground ball to short. They get Sanguin at second, but cannot complete the double play. 2 away for Gene Alley. So let me get Gene Alley's card real quick. There we go. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 8. Here's Alley. 1 and a 7. And he draws a walk, so 2-out walk for Alley. And here's Steve Blass using pitcher hitting card number 3. He's a weak power right-handed hitter. Nothing on the 17. It goes off the pitcher card. 6 and a 6. Won't matter. Ground ball to second base. Morgan retires Blass. And that retires the side. All right, and here is Johnny Bench to lead off the bottom of the second, followed by Perez and Carbo. Here's the pitch to Bench. And that's a base hit into right field, so Bench with the leadoff single. And they will not hold on. Bench, -5. Good enough. All right, and here is the Havoc roll. Nothing on the 20. And here is Tony Perez. 5 and a 6. And that's trouble. 1-7 double chance. Not on the 12, but back-to-back singles puts runners on the corners. The Reds have something cooking here. The Pirates will play the infield back. They'll gladly give up 2 outs for a run here in the second inning. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 14, and here's Bernie Carbo. 2 and a 7, and that's a base hit into center field. Scoring from third is Bench, to third is Perez. And the Reds will be happy to have this train roll all night long. Yes, that's a Doobie Brothers song. All right, here's Dennis Menke. 1-0 Reds. Actually, it's an Aerosmith song, not a Doobie Brothers song. My bad. Don't roast me in the comments. Nope, I had to think of that for a second. Yes, that's Aerosmith, not Doobie Brothers. Train comes rolling all night long. That's Aerosmith. All right, 3 and a 9, a ground ball to second, and the charging hard is Stennett. Only play is to first. Scoring from third is Perez. Moving to second is Menke. 2-0 Reds. Historically, they lost this game 8-1. So 1 out, sorry. Runner on second. Here's Dave Concepcion. Nothing Nothing on the 10. And swung on and missed, struck him out. Now 2 outs for Bourbon. Nothing on the 10. And struck him out. And that will retire the side. Reds get 2 and lead 2-0 after 2. And top of the order due up for the Pirates, Stennett, Oliver, and Clemente. Three and a 10. Weak ground ball to second. Morgan retires Stennett. 1 away. Here's Al Oliver. And that's a second base chance for Morgan. Easy-ish play now. Here's Morgan. He is an E8. E8 and a, oh boy, 15. 16, 17, and 18, but no 15. So Morgan on a tough play. Throws out Oliver, 2 down. And here's Roberto Clemente, 0 for 1. He flew out to center field. 2 and a 9. Just missed that one. Ground ball to short. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates here in the third. And we go to the bottom of the third. Top of the order here, Rose, Morgan, and Tolan. Here's Pete Rose. 1 and a 4. Homer to 1, triple the rest. That's a triple for Peter Edward Rose. And this time the Pirates will bring the infield in. They don't want to have any more runs score. Yep, 1-4 against a righty. That's not a good roll either side. All right, Havoc roll. Nothing on the 11. Here's a pitch to Morgan. Catcher chance. Sanguian is a 1, so we'll check anyways. 1 and a 6. That, oh boy, PF chance. Oh boy, 17. Sanguian is an E3. And he caught the, there's 3, 16, and 18, but no 17. Now let's see what the PF is. I believe this is going to be a pass ball. Okay, so if runners on base, not when using the refer to determine if a pass ball occurs. So I guess we have to go, it's against the wild pitch rating. Timeout. Okay, so essentially, in order to occur, if a pass ball occurs, you go against the wild pitch rating. So 1 to 5, a wild pitch occurs. If not, it's a pop foul. And it's a 5 on the dot, so it's a pass ball. Scoring from third is Rose. 3-0 Reds, and Morgan keeps his at-bat. Three and an 8. Popped up. Second baseman Stennett, 1 away. Here's Bobby Tolan. And that's trouble. 1 to 8 double chance. That's a 2, so that's a double for Bobby Tolan. And they are teeing off on Steve Blass today. Here's Johnny Bench. Nothing on the 3. 4 and a 10. Center field chance. That's Oliver. He's a 3. 11 should be fine. 12. Okay, so 3 and an 11. Ooh, F2. 12 and a 6. There is no 12. No, files, runner on third or runner on second may tag up. So running speed, 16 and a 0. So 1 to 16, he can go to third. This is not like your right field chance without the X. I think he'll stay put. They don't want to make the third out at third base. 2 down. And here's Tony Perez. Nothing on the 9. And that's ball 4, so the troubles continue for Blass. And they will not hold any runners on for Bernie Carbo. Nothing on the 18. 4 and a 9 against the lefty. Base hit to center field. We did not say we were holding any runners, so Tolan starts at a 16, goes to 17. Plus 2 with 2 outs makes them a 19. They'll just throw it into second base to keep all runners there. Scoring from third is Tolan. RBI single for Carbo. He's 2 for 2. And the Reds now lead 4-0. And Havoc roll for Minky. 1 to 5. Not on the 11. 3 and a 4. And he draws a walk. Oh boy. At this point, we're not even sure if the Reds may get bullpen action. Luke Walker is loosening in the bullpen. And as Menke draws a walk, bases are loaded for Dave Concepcion with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Reds lead 4-0. Nothing on the 19. And that's a third base chance for Hebner. He is a 3. And I don't think that's going to... Nope. Not on the 4. Let's see. 9 on a 12. There is no 9, so Hebner will knock it down. He cannot make a play. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And that brings up Bourbon for his second AB. As it's now 5-0. One more run and Blass is considered ineffective. And that won't happen. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that retires the side. But the Reds bat around and get 3 in the bottom of the third and lead 5-0 going into the top of the fourth. Blast may only last as long as till his next time in the order. You never know. Stargell, Hebner, and Sanguian here in the fourth. This is Bourbon's point of weakness. And here is Stargell. 5 and an 8. 1 to 5 double chance. Not on the 11. So that's a leadoff single for Stargell. And the Reds will get bullpen action. Wayne Simpson loosening in the bullpen, and Ed Sprague gets up along with him. All right, here's Hebner not holding Stargell on. Nothing on the 10. And that's a base hit into right field. Carbo is a -4. Stargell doesn't run very well, so they'll hold him at second. 5-0. They'll pretty much just let him go until he's considered tired. Here's Manny Sanguillen, first and second, nobody out. Nothing on the 6. Six and a 6. Ground ball to second. They get Hebner at second, but the return throw is not in time. Stargell goes to third. And here's Bob Robertson. One away here in the top of the 4th. And Havoc roll. Nothing on the 20. And here's Robertson. 3 and a 6. Struck him out. 2 away. Here's Gene Alley. Now, they will not intentionally walk Alley to get to the pitcher. Nothing on the 6. 4 and a 9. Base hit to center field. Scoring from third is Stargell. Sanguillen not being held on. 15-17. Tolan's a -2. So that make him a 15. Nope, they'll hold him at second. Wow. First and third. Got a run in. Nah, you can't take Blass out. They're gonna let Bourbon's gonna let him pitch to Blass. If he can't get Blass out, then they'll pull him. Balker pass ball chance. Actually, it shouldn't even matter because Bench is a PB0 and Bourbon's a Balka 0, so does not matter. All right, here's Blass. 4 and an 8 against a righty. That's a base hit, but only. Wait a minute. No, Sanguillen's at second. Okay, so that's a 1-star single, so that will load the bases, and that will be all for Bourbon. In comes Wayne Simpson. All right, so 1 run in for the Pirates. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Stennett. 1-10 for a wild pitch. Oh, great stop by Bench on the 11. Here's Stennett. 2 and a 10. 1-6 triple chance. The rest is a single. That's a single, 2 stars. Scoring from third is Sanguillen. Scoring from second is Alley. To third is Blass. And just like that, it's a 5-3 ball game. Eighth man to bat in the inning is Al Oliver. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 11. 6 and a 4. Third base for Menke. Good on the 10. 13 on a 25 for Menke. 21. No 13 for Menke. And that will retire the side. The Pirates send 8 men to the plate. They score 3 and are right back in this. 5-3, the Reds lead. I thought I was going to pull Blast, but I guess we are not going to. I'm going to let him possibly go through another time through the order, although we'll see. All right, Rose, Morgan, and Tolan. Rose tripled his last time up. And that's a bouncer to first, and Robertson to the bag himself, one away. Here's Joe Morgan. And that's a right field chance for Clemente. He's a 1, so we'll just roll for the error chance. He's an E1. And there is no 10. Yep, only 3 and 17. So Clemente retires Morgan. Bobby Tolan due up. Oops, I don't even need that. Okay. Another right field chance. Oh boy. Don't even need to roll this. And like I said, 3 and 17. Not a 15. So Tolan flies out to Clemente. 1-2-3 inning for the Reds here in the 4th. And we go to the top of the 5th. 5-3 Reds. And Simpson will stay out. He got the final out after giving up a hit. Here's Clemente, 0 for 2. Four and a 4. Catcher chance. That goes to bench. He is a 1. Yes, but I still have to roll for just to see what it is. 1 and a 14. Bench is an E2. There is no 12. 1 and a 14 is a pop foul behind home plate. And Clemente is 0 for 2. Or 0 for 3, I should say. Here's Willie Stargell. And that ball is driven deep to center field. Let's see if Stargell had any triples on the year. He had 2, so we'll allow it. 1 out triple, that's 6-8 against a lefty. 1-9 triple, that's a 3. And the Reds will play the infield back. They'll give up the 4th run without giving up the lead. Nothing on the 16. Here's Hebner. Another catcher chance. 16 is going to be another chance for a foul out, if he can make the catch. And on a 12, he will. So another foul pop to bench. 2 outs for Manny Sanguillen. Nothing on the 5. And field goal. Oh, no. No, it is not. That omega sign next to the out means that is a 2-out clutch single for Manny Sanguillen. And the Pirates cut the deficit to 5-4. Havoc roll. They're not holding on Sanguian. Although, no, they are not. Nothing on the 11. Here's Robertson. And that's a ground ball to first. Perez over to Simpson covering, and that retires the side. But the Reds give up another run, and the Pirates are a run closer. 5-4 going into the bottom of the 5th. Now that will be the last inning for, likely be the last inning for Blass. He is due up. This will be the last inning. He's due up second for in the next half inning. All right, here's Johnny Bench. And that's a base hit into right field. He may not last that long. Bob Miller is also loosening in the bullpen. He's sort of their short inning, one inning here guy. Gives up another hit. We may pull him. All right. And here's Tony Perez after the bench single. Nothing on the 5. And struck him out. So they keep Perez off the bases for the first time today. And here's Bernie Carbo. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 5. 4 and a 9 against a lefty base hit to center field. Weren't holding on bench. Makes him a 13. Oliver has nothing. Bench doesn't run that long. He runs at a 12. That put him at a 13. No, they'll hold him. And that will be it for Blass. Miller will come in as sort of the go-between here. Simpson will actually hit if his spot comes up because they need him to go multiple innings. All right, here's Miller to face Menke. Nothing on the 18. Triple fours, 1-10 triple chance. That's a 12, so that's a double. Scoring from second is Bench. Carbo is Mud. 11 not being held on is a 12. That double is to center field, so they will hold. Runners on second and third. Infield be brought in for Dave Concepcion. Nothing on the 17. And that won't matter. Fly ball to right field. Back goes Clemente to just a few steps in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. Scoring from third is Carbo. Standing at second is Menke. 2 down, but the Reds extend their lead to 7-4. Here's Wayne Simpson. He would use pitcher rating card number 1, so we'll just keep that there. Runner on second with 2 down. Havoc roll for Miller. Nothing on the 18. 3 and a 5. Ground ball to short, and that will retire the side. 2 more runs added for the Pirates, or for the Reds, I should say, against the Pirates. They lead 7-4 going to the top of the 6th. And Simpson will face Alley. we have Jose Pagan come on deck. We haven't seen him in a couple games. And Luke Walker is loosening. He will be coming into the game to pitch the 6th inning and possibly the rest of the game. All right, here's Allie. 3 and an 8, and that's a base hit to left field. And they will not hold him on. And here is Jose Pagan. All right. Nothing on the 11. 3 and a 7. Fly ball to center field. And Tolan retires. Pagan 1 away. Here's Rennie Stennett. Stennett is 1 for 3 with a single. 4 and a 7. Struck him out. Not tired. This is his starting his second full inning of work. 2 outs for Al Oliver. Nothing on. 2. No balk, no pass ball, so it won't matter. Here's the pitch to Oliver. 2 and an 8. Bouncer to first. And Perez takes it to the base himself. And that will retire the side. Going to the bottom of the 6th, new pitcher for the Pirates. It will be Luke Walker. And Walker will face the top of the order, Rose, Morgan, and Tolan. All right, and here's the pitch to Pete Rose. Ooh. And that's a walk against the lefties. So Rose draws a walk. -3, -5, -7. They will hold him on, but he will not be going anywhere. And Havoc roll for Morgan. Nothing on the 12. 6 and a 10 against the lefty. Ground ball to first. The second for 1, but cannot complete the double play. Not hit hard enough. And Morgan may take his shot. Maybe 1 to 11. They will hold him on. He will try to get a lead. 2 through 5 or 11 to 12. And that's a 7, so he will not get the lead. He will be held on. Here's Tolan. Nothing on the 10. Lefty-lefty matchup. 1 and an 11 ballpark single. 1 to 5. Not on the 15. So it's a fly ball to right field. Clemente puts it away. 2 down. Here's Johnny Bench. Nothing on the 14. 5 and a 10. Shortstop chance for Allie. He's a 3. And an 8. We were holding on Morgan. Bench is a right-handed, so that's second baseman. So Allie will stay a 3 and an 8. So not responsible, so that G3 stands. There should not be 25, and there should not be a 10. There is not. So that retires the side. So the Reds are retired in the 6th. Oh, sorry. Yep. And nothing for the Reds here. 7th inning time here at Riverfront Stadium. Simpson will stay in the game. This is his. He's gone 2 1/3 innings. He did give up he gave up 1 run in the 5th and gave up an inherited runner. All right, 7-4 is the score here in the top of the 7th, and here's Clemente, 0 for 3. 4 and a 9, fly ball to center field, and Clemente is 0 for 4. Here's Stargell. One and a 7. Triple to 1, double the rest. Double for Willie Stargell. And not going to believe this, but Stargell is a triple away from the cycle. All right, and here's Richie Hebner. Nothing on the 11. Six and a 3. Pitcher chance. Simpson is a 5. 3, that will not get the job done. Nope. Let's see if he knocks it down. He's an E11 and a 14. 12, 15, 16, and 18. So he knocks it down, and he'll put it in his pocket. Runners on the corners with 1 out. And here's Manny Sanguillen. They will play back with the Reds. And 5 and a 5. Fly ball to right field. Back goes the right fielder, Carbo. He will make the catch. Scoring from third is Stargell. They won't bother with the trail runner. So back-to-back at bat, Sanguillen as an RBI. It is 7-5. But there are 2 outs with a runner on first for Bob Robertson. Nothing on the 19. And it's a fly ball to center field. Tolan retires Robertson. Stretch time here at Riverfront Stadium. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back for its root for your favorite team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, this will likely be Walker's final inning of work. He is due up second in the next inning. Bob Moose and Bruce Keeson are loosening the bullpen. Likely going to be Bob Moose as he is available for the bullpen this game. All right, Perez is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Here's a pitch to Perez. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Down on strikes for the second time. All right, and here is Bernie Carbo. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. So good production out of him. 3-5 against the lefties. A fly ball to right. And 2 up, 2 down. And here is Dennis Menke. 1 for 2, doubled and grounded out into walk. And that's a solid base hit into left field. So Menke is on first base. For Dave Concepcion, they will not hold on Menke, no. Nothing on the 15. 6 and a 9. Oh boy. Well, he's weak power, so he wants that 3 to 20. He got that, so Menke not being held on makes him a 13. 2 outs makes him a 15. It's the center field. At this point, I think you take the chance. You're up 2 runs. 1 to 15, they will send him. They will throw through, which means that I'm not going to play the... well, Concepcion runs at a 16, so if you play Demos' house rule, he goes to third on the throw if he makes it. So 1 to 15, and Menke scores from first on the double. And he is safe. The third goes Concepcion. And the Reds get the run back. And every time the Pirates score, the Reds seem to answer. And, you know, they will have Clay Carroll and Ross Grimsley loosening the bullpen. They will pinch hit for and Daryl Cheney. Oh, George Foster will hit for Simpson against the lefty Walker. Havoc roll for nothing on the 14. Trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. And that will happen because, and we had the regular clutch and now we have the anti-clutch. 1-7 for Foster means that is a pop-up to anyone I want to. So we'll say that goes to the... let's say that goes to the second baseman. Or sorry, the shortstop. So popped up to the shortstop, and that retires the side. But the Reds get the run back and lead 8-5 after 7. Now to decide who they want to come in to pitch. You have Ali, a righty. You have a pinch hitter, which you don't know, and you have the righty, Stennett. I think we will go with the lefty, Ross Grimsley. Simpson is out. And Gene Alley will step to the plate. 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. So he's had very good success today. 2 and a 9 against a lefty. Fly ball to left field. And that's 1 away. And... we'll throw in Vic Davalillo will hit for Walker. One away here in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Davalillo, lefty-lefty matchup. And that's singled into right field. And they will not hold, well, they will hold on Davalillo so he doesn't get the automatic lead. -1, -3 for bench, -4. So -5, -7. He'd be 1-12. They will hold him on. And up steps Rennie Stennett. Stennett is 1 for 4 on the day. Nothing on the 8. 4-5 against a righty. That's deep to center field, but with enough room is Tolan. 2 away. And here is Al Oliver, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Nothing on the 12. And that's to the third baseman, Menke. 2 and a 5. Not holding anybody on. That's fine. And a 12 on a 21. There's an 11, but no 12. So Menke gets it on the short hop, throws to Perez, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And the Reds lead 8-5. And Walker will be replaced by Bob Moose. So Moose will look to clean up the potential, hopefully not the last inning here, the bottom of the 8th. Rose, Morgan, and Tolan. Rose is 1 for 3 with a walk. And against a righty, fly ball to left field, 1 away. Here's Joe Morgan. Wow. That was really bad. Okay. And 3 and a 2. That's a 1-18 single chance. And that's a base hit for Morgan, and he is likely to look to go. -2, 0, -2, so -4. They will hold him on. 2 through 5 are 11 and 12. And a 2 is where we check for a balk. Well, Moose does have a balk of 2. Right? Hold on, time out. Yep, possible balk. Oh, yeah. So 1-2, and Morgan goes to second. Not on the 15, but Morgan cannot get a good lead. So he will be held. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 6. 4 and a 10. Against the lefty, ground ball to second. Okay, 4 and a 10. Ground ball to second. Yep, that's Stennett to second to get Morgan. That's all they will get. So Tolan reaches on a fielder's choice. And now he will try to get a jump. Same thing, 2 through 5 or 11 to 12. And he will get it. So -2, -4. So 1-14. Tolan will try to steal second. Will get the second. And he's in there with a 5. So stolen base for Bobby Tolan. For Johnny Bench. Nothing on the 11. 3 and a 12. Ballpark home run chance. 1-3. And not on a 6. So that's a deep fly to left field, but doesn't quite have the power. And that will retire the side. Pirates need 3 here in the 9th. And that will stay with Grimsley. He will face Clemente, Stargell, and Hebner. All right, here's Clemente, 0 for 4 on the day. That might be good. Nope. That's a lefty 1-7. One's a good column, but not that number. Ground ball to short, and that will retire Clemente as he will only have potentially his second hitless game in 16 games. Here's Willie Stargell, triple away from the cycle. Five and a 7, second base chance, so not going to get the cycle here. Morgan is a 2. And can't get to it. Morgan is an 8, and that's an 11. No, so Stargell will reach. He is 4 for 5. And we'll get a pinch runner for Stargell. Jackie Hernandez will run for Stargell. I know who's going to replace. All right, so Stargell comes out of the game. Hernandez will run for Stargell. All right, here's Richie Hebner. All right. Hernandez will not be held on. He can't. He's only there for his speed. Nothing on the 3 for the Havoc roll. 6 and a 6 against the lefty. Popped him up. And the first baseman, Perez, calls for it and makes the catch 2 away. Manny Sanguillen, last hope for the Pirates. Nothing on the 12. 1 and a 6 against the lefty. That's into center field for a base hit. Going to third is Hernandez. And the tying run is coming to the plate in Robertson. No, I think you keep the lefties in here. Yeah, you keep the lefty out here. All right, Havoc roll for Robertson. Nothing on the 11. 5 and a 6 against the lefty. And Grimsley is not considered tired. This is only his second inning of work. So that's a line drive to the shortstop, and that's your ball game. Final score from Riverfront Stadium. The Reds take this one 8-5 and be right back with the line score right after this. All right, 5 runs, 15 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Reds. I want to say your winning pitcher would be... No, well, Bourbon didn't last, so we're going to give it to Wayne Simpson, the winning pitcher. And Grimsley did not come in during a save situation, so he does not get the save. Blas will get the loss. Clemente hitless in 5 plate appearances, so he'll need in 83 more games, need 89 hits and 347 plate appearances. So only the second time he's gone hitless. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave comments. Leave a like. It helps the video to be seen. And if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.